You don't remember how you found this video. Maybe it appeared while you scrolled through your feed at 3 a.m. Your eyelids heavy, but curiosity stronger. The title reads, Interactive Horror Story. Choose your fate. No thumbnail face, no channel name, only a looping shimmer of static. You tell yourself it's just another weird horror upload, but something about it feels personal, too quiet, too patient. You hesitate, thumb hovering over play. Then, almost without meaning to, you tap. The screen blooms white, and a faint whisper breathes through your headphones. Choice accepted. The first frame shows a room that looks unsettlingly like your same dim lamp. Same crooked curtains. Same half-finished cup on the desk. A low hum seeps through the speakers. Not quite music, more like the sound of electricity thinking. Then a voice begins. Calm, genderless, measured. You wake to the sound of rain. The power is out. Only your screen glows. Do you hit up or stay perfectly still? You smile at the cleverness on interactive story, maybe controlled by comments, but when you try to pause, the cursor lags. The play bar doesn't move. Your reflection on the screen blurs and seems to lean forward by itself. Lightning flashes outside. For a second, the screen reflects something standing behind you, just a shade taller than you are. You turn, heart tripping, but the room is empty. When you face the monitor again, the story has advanced without you. The narrator describes your exact movement, word for word, down to the hesitation before turning. You tell yourself it's coincidence, but coincidence doesn't know what shirt you're wearing. The voice continues. You decide to check the hallway. Your real-life door, closed moments ago, now hangs slightly ajar. Cold air trickles through the crack. A single drop of water falls from the ceiling, even though it never leaks. The monitor flickers, showing a corridor stretching into darkness. Wallpaper faded, doors multiplying along its length. Walk forward, the voice instructs, or close the door and hide. You whisper close, as if the video can hear you. The moment you speak, the door slams shut behind you with a hollow clap. The room vibrates once, then stills. You laugh, nervously clever sound design. You think but your phone buzzes on the desk. The screen shows an unknown number. The message reads, Wrong choice. You drop it. The voice in the video softens. You've changed something. Every decision opens another path. Static fills the screen. Shapes form inside the noise faces. Maybe. Some look frightened, others curious, all staring forward as if watching you through a window. You lean closer, trying to make sense of them. The longer you look, the more they resemble you at different ages. Child, teenager, older, all overlapping like reflections in broken glass. The video cuts to black. A faint heartbeat pulses through the speaker, slow, deliberate. Then text fades in. Level 2 self. You feel dizzy, as if the room itself tilted slightly left. The walls look farther away. The air hums louder, a soft feedback tone that presses on your skull. You blink hard, but the outline of the screen stays burned into your vision, glowing even when you close your eyes. When you open them again, the video is showing your webcam feed, except your webcam has been off for months. You reach to cover it, but before you touch it, the narrator speaks again, this time whispering directly into your right ear. Don't hide, I already see you. A faint chill brushes your neck, as if a breath passed too close. The feed zooms in on your own eyes, until the pupils fill the screen. Inside the reflection, another figure stands behind you, impossibly still, its features smeared like paint dragged through water. You spin around. Nothing. But your reflection doesn't match your movement anymore. It lags, smiling a heartbeat, too late. You whisper, "This can't be real," and the voice answers immediately. Reality is a consensus. You're agreeing to this one? The lights flicker. The air smells faintly of ozone and dust, like old electronics warming after years of silence. Your laptop fan groans as if struggling under the weight of something invisible. On screen, words appear. Decision 3, run or listen. You say nothing. The progress bar pauses halfway, waiting. Against your will, You mutter, "Listen." The instant the word leaves your mouth, the audio drops to silence. Then faint footsteps circle you, soft and deliberate, moving without source. Each step syncs perfectly with your heartbeat. The voice returns, layered with itself. Every viewer chooses. Every viewer stays. But only one leaves. You swallow hard. "I'm done," you say aloud. You yank the laptop plug from the wall. The screen stays on. Battery shouldn't last this long. Your reflection tilts its head, just like the shadow earlier. The narrator chuckles a sound, without warmth. Leaving isn't an option. You pressed play. The image cuts to a black and white corridor again, but now every door stands open. From each doorway, static leaks, like fog. You glimpse fragments of other rooms, other lives. A child watching TV. A woman staring into a mirror. An old man typing frantically. Each one turns toward the camera in perfect sync and whispers your name. You back away until the chair hits the wall. The air feels heavier, charged. You can almost taste the electricity. "You wanted control," the voice says. That's what interactive means. For a heartbeat, you think you hear laughter unknown, warped backward. Then the feed changes again. It shows a split screen. On the left, your real-time face. On the right, a version of you sitting perfectly still, eyes open, unblinking. Beneath both images, text crawls upward. Two paths diverged, only one continues. A low hum builds, growing into a vibration that rattles the desk. The alternate you on screen begins to move, mouth stretching into a slow, unnatural grin. Your real jaw aches as if mirroring it. "Stop," you whisper. The grin widens. Decision 4. Submit or resist. You try to shut the lid. It won't close. The hinges lock. The reflection tilts again. You shout resist. The screen flares white, then fades to a hallway you don't recognize. Bare bulbs hang from long cords, swaying in invisible wind. "Resistance noted," says the voice. Proceeding with termination of loop, you realize the story isn't ending, it's deleting you from it. The cursor moves by itself, clicking through files you never opened. Folders appear on your desktop. Memory _01. Memory 02. Each thumbnail is a frame from your life. You at the birthday, you at the school you last week, looking at this same monitor. One by one they vanish, replaced with a single folder titled Fate. The narrator sighs, almost gentle. Every choice leads here. Suddenly, the feed returns to live view, room, your chair, your frozen face. The progress bar reads 99%. The voice drops to a whisper so close it feels like breath against your skin. Final decision, finish or remain. You stay silent. The cursor hovers, trembling. You think, remain, and the screen responds. The image stabilizes. Your reflection blinks. For the first time, it looks genuinely afraid. Then the voice speaks through both Mausers and the reflections, perfectly synchronized. "Good choice. You belong here now." The static swells, filling the screen until there's nothing but gray snow. You expect credits, an outro, anything but. Instead, faint shapes move inside the noise. Faces again, thousands of them, whispering in chorus. You catch fragments of sentences. "I watch too. Don't go. He's behind you." The light from the monitor paints the room in cold blue, and you realize dawn should have broken by now. You check the clock. 3:12 a.m. again. Time hasn't moved since you started. You stand slowly, legs numb. The static quiets. A single line of text fades in. "Thank you for participating in interactive horror story. Choose your fate." Beneath it, a thumbnail loads automatically another video from the same blank channel. This one shows a dimly lit bedroom from above, the angle exactly like yours. The title reads, "Live Feed, Final Viewer." The preview image shifts slightly, and you see your own hand resting on the mouse. Your speakers crackle one last time. The narrator's tone softens to something almost human. If you think this story is over, try turning around. You do, and the screen blinks off. The room is empty, silent, except for the faint hum of something unseen powering down. When you open your laptop again, your browsing history is gone. Only one video remains. In recommendations. Choose again. You stare at it, knowing better. But curiosity is a stubborn ghost. The thumbnail flickers, showing the same room, the same chair. A different you. You whisper, "Not again." But the video autoplays anyway. The opening line returns. Soft, familiar, inevitable. You don't remember clicking on this video. The cycle begins once more. If you're still here, don't blink.